What's up, man? How you all doing today? As you can see here, we had a little position there. Didn't play out the way that I expected it to. So, pretty much for today, NQ daily chart. CPI today came out at 8:30. We're trading into this daily fair value gap. Pretty much all that I looked at on a daily. As far as lower time frames, we have that daily fair value gap. 4 hour order block, consequent encroachment down there as well. Tap that, rejection off that, move higher. 1 hour chart, not much to see here other than this gap up here. And then we have 15-minute equal highs. Check out those highs. 30-minute old high sitting up there. And we have a 15 fair value gap down there, as well as 15-minute equal lows on US 100 here. In a sec, I'll go over ES, but we did not have equal lows on a 15-minute there to pair with what we see over here on ES on US 100. Sorry, didn't see the same thing on there, so let's quickly cover that. In fact, go over. Let's switch up to ES or US 500 here in this case. So looking at go up to a 15-minute. We only had an old low as well as another old low sitting here. Same phenomenon with that daily fair value gap sitting there, expanding, drawing that out. Same 4 hour fair value, 4 hour. I don't know why I noted that this is a fair value gap, and it's an order block on encroachment. Come on, man. Order block, consequent encroachment. Same ordeal, same deal. I believe we had a 1 hour. Yeah, we didn't get a 1 hour fair value gap. We had a 15-minute fair value gap. What did I note this as? 4 hour fair value gap. Yeah. 4 hour fair value gap sitting right there. Noted that. 15-minute old low, 15-minute old low. No equal lows down here. I would have wanted to see equal lows on ES as well to get that confirmation between the two pairs. Got a 15-minute old high sitting up there and another 1 hour old high sitting up here. So no crystal clear equal high, equal low scenario in US 500. To really give me confirmation, let's go over, jump back into US 100. Okay, I opened this up. I looked at this chart this morning. I said, okay, if we trade into the daily fair value gap, we stay at the consequent encroachment, and I want to see something pushing lower into this 15-minute fair value gap. And we're still sitting aside this daily fair value gap. So no clear indication of where price wants to go as yet. So looking at the 1 minute, you can see this is a sideways consolidation. We had CPI this morning, so I didn't expect much. I knew it was going to be a messy morning session. We most likely will clear out at the silver bullet hour, or it's going to be a PM session. Uh, PM session move most likely, but things should start to clear up after CPI after today. So we still sat inside of this daily fair value gap. I wanted to preferably see price either trade down below this low into this 15-minute fair value gap and give something in here that could go long, or I wanted to see price trade into this and give us a inversion on this level. And then I wanted to see price trade down into these equal lows, which these equal lows are just too clean. They're just too clean. Looking to your left, you can see we have more equal lows down there as well. Just way too clean. So I still would favor the narrative of seeing a bullish Judas swing and seeing price tank. And as far as a daily, I mean, we've been bearish on a daily. We got that fair value gap. It's retrading back into that. So we could see retracements today, which, I mean, we're inside the gap. So retracements. As far as a daily bias, I still prefer being a bear, selling off, even though we have seasonal tendencies for NQ as well as dollar index that indicate bullish price action moves. And we have still completely gone against those, and we've been trading bearish. So I've just disregarded those at the moment. Like I said, until we can get some structure on a daily or some really clean structure on a 4 hour chart, which we've just now taken out this swing high. So we want to see a closure above this. And if we do get a closure, then we could target those highs up there and we could start looking for possible bullish ideas. One last point is dollar index as well as indices have just been in sync, which is not something you want to see. You want to see them trade against one another. Dollar higher, indices lower. So for the most part, I've been disregarding the idea that we get higher moves in indices and dollar should be tanking. We can go over to look at dollar too as well. Dollar daily. Yeah, we traded into this weekly fair value gap down there. We took out that weekly old low. We can go in and look at this as well. That weekly old low, weekly fair value gap sitting right there. Traded into that. And since moved away, 4 hour order block, tapped into that. Let me move this stuff. Tapped into that down there. Clear rejection higher, took out this low. Put it up above that 4 hour old high, and we've been sitting there. Trading along with indices, basically. So not really looking at those ideas. But I still prefer being a bear over buying just yet until we have that clear confirmation. Okay. Let's go ahead and go over the actual trading idea here. All right. So I was looking at 9:30 opening. 8:30 we had this massive move up. Okay, I liked the idea of them moving up like this because I wanted to see this act as a Judas swing and start to see price tanking. So we sat inside a consolidation. I was looking at this breaker block here, this high, low, higher, high. Extended it out in time. We traded below that. Nice move below it. And I wanted to see price trade back into it, which we did there. And you can see that we got the stop on this one. We didn't get the take profit on that. Yeah, by the way, take profit would have been 12%. As usual, stop would be breaker block right there. You got that breaker block. You got this order block. You got a tiny fair value gap right there. Tiny fair value gap right there. So stop would be there. Quite a hefty stop. So hence the reason why it's not taken on a live account. Second reason, look at the price action. This is garbage. Garbage, okay, garbage. So we traded up into that. Got an entry right there. And 8:30 didn't 9:30, not 8:30. 9:30 just opened up. Didn't do much. And it ended up ended up hitting the stop. I believe my entry was taken in this candle. We'll look at it in a sec. Somewhere down there, I believe. Of course, with the spread, somewhere around there on the paper thing. Theoretically, it should have hit the take profit, but it didn't. I believe if I go over my example, you'll see that I had a take profit down there, not at that exact level, to compensate for the spread of the entry. Go ahead and take a look at this now. 1 minute. So looking at that same idea, just to make things a bit clear, more clear to see. Took a short. We'll have to see where, but anyway, it was based on the entry there. The stop was based on above this order block right there, and the take profit point was based on that idea. But I had to take a look at where my entry was. You can see my entry was. Let's go ahead and zoom into this. My entry was down there. Okay, we were trading around this area, of course, with the spread on the paper thing. Entry was down there all the way. So now you gotta go in. You gotta readjust. So yeah, it's about there. It was about there. So to get the 12%, I had to go below this low right there. Stop was still sitting above that order block because that's where the stop needs to be for it to be valid. And we just got the stop out. Didn't get to take profit on that. Took the stop out on that one. Where's that paper thing? You can see there you go. There's the paper execution. I'll go back to that. See, there we go. We got the stop. There's the stop right there. Strangely enough, they stopped me out up here though. Quite interesting. Maybe I had to stop a bit lower. Might have been. Nonetheless, that was the position. That was a loss on this one, unfortunately. Hence why I took this on a paper and didn't opt to take it on a live setting just because of the reason that price action is messy. Super messy this morning. We do currently have another breaker block in play here. High, low, higher, high. Trade through that. I have another one right here in play now. Would have hit the take profit. But again, just not something that I would be able to take on a live setting anyway. Because look at the stop is way too big. Got a breaker fair value gap right there. Beautiful unicorn model. Sitting at the high of that daily fair value gap. Sitting at the high. Okay, so higher time from PDRA. And there you go. That would have just tapped to take profit there. Beautiful impulse move below that, trade back into it. Beautiful example of a position, but with the stop being too big, it's not something that I'm able to take. Those are the rules, and the rules are made to be stick to, and they are there for a reason to keep you in business. So unfortunately, not something that I would be able to take, even though that would be something that would have panned out. And if you were shooting for 10 handles, let's see if it can get 10 handles there. Yeah, you're viewing the same screen. If we can get 10 handles out of this, let's tape read this one, and then we'll call it what it is. As far as this one, let's go. Should take that 10 handles right there. There's your 10 handles. So that's a little live example there. And there you go. Price is gonna target those lows. Would have been nice to see, even though this would be outside the macro though. 946. You're looking at 950 to get into the macro. Nine seems like 950 is just going to be volatility injection to target the liquidity below this low, which we taken out just now. So that's a beautiful move. Unfortunately, not something that I would be able to take, but this is something that goes into the journal and it's noted as a position that I didn't take on a live funds because of price action being low probability, as well as the stop would have been way too big for me to execute on this. It's really easy to know before, when you got the breaker block, you got the high low and the higher high. Before price even trades through this, I already know, okay, that's a breaker block. If price trades below that breaker block with an impulsive move, then it would be a valid breaker block. But beforehand, I know that's going to be a breaker block. So I already knew my stop was going to be this. So I knew, okay, this is not something that's going to be viable for me to take. So I'll have to go into a paper setting to place myself into the position, see how I would manage the position, and how I can learn from that experience. So hopefully this has been insightful. And until we speak again, good luck and stay safe.